Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, barely. It's almost afternoon. At any rate, I know I'm moving slow today. My hair is driving me crazy. Anyway, our next video is a request. It's going out to I'm Here for the Music. You know who you are, girlfriend. She has requested Mesus, and it's called The White Sin. I don't know what it's about. I can guess about what it's about, but I don't know. It's the first time I've ever reacted to him, but I do know who he is through other reactions and stuff like that, because as I've told you before, we are not just reactors, we are fans of reacting, of other reactors. Yes. Anyway, let's just get it. Mesus, the White Sin.
One of the most disturbing things over the past few days, I think, has been the treatment of whiteness as some kind of moral disease. Yeah. You know, apparently all white people are racist.
Okay, the treatment of whiteness as a, what did he say, what kind of disease? A moral disease? Sorry guys. Maybe I should get a lyric video for this.
One of the most disturbing things over the past few days, I think, has been the treatment of whiteness as some kind of moral disease.
Yeah, the treatment of whiteness as some kind of moral disease. Okay, so I've spoken on this before with you guys, how it was when I was reacting to the Eminem videos. I was identifying with him because he was talking about how when he was a kid, where was the white privilege for him, because he was the only white kid in an all-black neighborhood, and he was getting beaten up daily by the black kids, and he was going home and getting beaten up and abused in his home. So he had no safe passage. And I similarly lived in Detroit, and my sister and I were the only two light-skinned kids in the whole school, and so, yeah, I mean, it was not easy for us, and we were being abused at home, and we were being abused at school on a daily basis. And I've also told you, I am of mixed heritage. However, you look at me, and people either say, I'm really pale now because I'm sick and I always stay in the house, but when I have my natural, glow about me with all my melanin and everything, people normally will say that I'm Hispanic, which is really weird, especially when I lived in California, or some type of Native American or something like that, or just strictly Sicilian. However, I'm not. But that's their first assumption, is that I'm, just 100% Caucasian, which I'm not. But because of that, I've had to face discrimination. I guess you would call it reverse discrimination. But this thing, being white is a moral disease. I believe that if you are part of the superior race, the race that has written laws and has physically and psychologically or in any manner, shape, or form done things to keep a minority population, to hold them down, so that way you can continue to be the superior race, even though your numbers are lower than theirs, then yes, I do believe it's I guess a moral disease. Yeah, look at your morals, look at your ethics, and find out why it's so important to you that you can't have equality with everyone. Why do you feel the need to continue to be superior even though your numbers are lower? There are more Asians in America than any other race. Truth. It's getting to the point where white, pure white, 100% white, as a, 100% Caucasian as a race in this country, it's a minority population. Yet they still feel the need to exercise their power, their strength, their will upon minority populations in order to maintain that superiority. So yes, I believe it is a moral disease, as they say. You need to soul search and find out why you need to do that. I'm only friggin', 8 seconds into this video?
Yeah. Apparently all white people are racist.
Okay, that's not true. I don't think anybody is saying that all white people are racist, just like all black people aren't racist. Not all black people hate white people, and not all white people hate black people. I think that's that mentality and people pushing that narrative and the press media pushing that narrative is the problem. So when people go about doing that and pushing that narrative, that's when we start to have problems, because it's simply not true.
I'm sorry George Floyd got killed. I kneel, but I don't feel white guilt. That's real. Had guns in my face a bunch by cops. Had my face slammed off my trunk by cops. Piece of shit come in every race. That's facts. Some work for the fucking state and wear badge. Doesn't matter where you come from. Black hood, yo, this shit affecting everyone. Backwoods, I'm not sorry I was born white. You act like it was my choice. You act like it was my need. It suffocated George Floyd. You act like I don't give a shit. You act like I did this shit. You act like I think that all black folks are ignorant. I refuse to be labeled as the same across the table. Baby rapping, shedding all the way to Cain and Abel. I ain't Karen in the park and I ain't Derek Chauvin. I ain't nothing like those motherfuckers. Skin's the only thing we have in common. I'm a phone watching George dying. Swear to God, if I was there, I would've rushed the cops or died trying. And I ain't saying it's the fault of people that it didn't. I'm just saying I ain't sitting back, white or black, fuck pigment. Victim is a victim.
Okay, so he's basically upset because what I just said, that people are pushing the narrative that all white people hate black people and all black people hate white people, that there's a definite division between the races, which we know that's simply not true. He's basically upset about that. He's saying that, look, I've been terrorized by the cops as well. I've had guns in my face, and I've been bounced off the trunk of cops' cars as well. Don't treat me like I'm the one that did it to him. And if I had been there, I would have rushed the cops and I wouldn't have allowed that to happen. Well, okay, so yes, I see what he's saying, but I'm also going to say this with all respect to you, Mesus. You weren't there and you don't know what you would have done had you been there, because there were people there with 4 armed police officers, and no one that was there did anything probably for fear of their own life, because there were 4 armed police officers. So while I think you truly believe in your heart that you would have done something and rushed one of the police officers, honestly, dude, you can't say. Nobody knows what they would have done in that situation had they been there. But I do believe that you believe in your heart that you would have done that. Because I would like to say that I would have done that as well. But you never know until you're there.
Shit affecting everyone.
Yeah.
Backwoods, I'm not sorry I was born white. You act like it was my choice.
Okay, again, this is like a division of the races. No, I don't think anyone's asking you to feel sorry that you're white. You guys also have to remember, he is a hip hop artist. He's from the South. Hip hop is a form of hip hop. And I don't know what the mentality is in the South right now as far as what's going on with the protests and stuff. I only am aware of what's going on like in the North and California and stuff like that, and all over the world. I haven't heard about much in protesting down in the South. I don't know if it's happening or not. But if it's causing racial divide in the South, I can imagine it's probably a little more heated there than it is anywhere else.
You act like it was my need. It suffocated George Floyd. You act like I don't give a shit. You act like I did this shit. You act like I think that all black folks are ignorant. I refuse to be labeled as the same across the table. Baby rapping, shedding all the way to Cain and Abel. I ain't Karen in the park and I ain't Derek Chauvin. I ain't nothing like those motherfuckers. Skin's the only thing we have in common. I'm a phone watching George dying. Swear to God, if I was there, I would've rushed the cops or died trying. And I ain't saying it's the fault of people that it didn't. I'm just saying I ain't sitting back, white or black, fuck pigment.
Yeah, see, I like that. He says, I'm not saying that, I'm saying that I would have rushed them, but I already covered that. But he's saying, and I don't blame the people that were there that didn't do that. And then he says, fuck pigment. What difference does it make if you're white or black?
White or black, fuck pigment.
Fuck
Victim
pigment.
is a victim, and so you don't get me wrong. The only ones that's in the wrong had the badges and pistols on.
Yeah, the only ones that were wrong in that situation were the cops. Fuck pigment. Fuck everybody else that was there. That doesn't matter. He's saying it doesn't matter, but the thing is that it does matter. And that's what we're trying to get across. That's what people are trying to get across, is that the pigment does matter, because George Floyd was black. And the cop that killed him was a white police officer. So pigment does matter. And that's what we're trying to get across with the Black Lives Matter. That white police officers are killing black men all over this country. So it does matter. It matters.
Along the same thought process, if I'm being honest, why am I supposed to feel guilty for shit that I ain't involved with? I ain't never been to Klan rallies, neither has my granddaddy. The ex-girl is black, almost had a black granddaddy. When I get a tan, I look mucho Mexican. Think I never been through problemos, better guess again. Guess we back to guess again, cause of this mess we in. Even though I never been one to hate because of skin. Fuck it, paint us all with the same brush. Don't blame the bad apples, blame the whole bunch. I feel like Sonny, this ruined my whole lunch. Sick to my stomach, God, I don't know who to trust. One channel says this, one channel says that. One says he ain't resist, one says he fought back. Yo, I thought that, what if we had roles reversed? And I was in a hearse. I wonder how many cities would have burned. When will we learn? God, I know you coming to take us home to that paradise that don't see color. Just my brother, just my sister, just my family. Just one nation under God, just humanity. It's God's planet, man, we need to get our shit together. Cause God planned for people to live free and peace together forever. So rest in peace, George Floyd, you deserve justice. Along with everyone who died from racist motherfuckers. And cause of that, you best believe I'll take a knee to show respect. But if you waiting on apologies from me, to hold your breath, I'm not guilty. No, I'm not guilty.
Humanity, unity, one nation under God. Okay, so I understand his message, and that's why you see a lot of white people at the protests. And, you know, even during the civil rights movement, there were a lot of white people who marched with Martin Luther King. People now, today, that are marching and joining the protest. I think it's very cool that he took a knee for George Floyd. And I think he made some really valid points. To me, he's the first one to stand up and basically say, look, I understand what's going on. But as far as who you're blaming, don't blame the entire white race as a whole. You know, don't generalize and say it's all of our fault. Just blame the racist ones. It was a good video. I guess my thing is that when I see it, I think, is it helping? Is it helping the cause? I guess is my thing. I don't know. Well, that was interesting, and it was kind of cool, and it's nice to hear his perspective on things, and I agree with some of the things he said, and I disagree with some of the things he said, but that's fine. I don't have to agree with everything, right? But kind of cool. It's the first time I've ever done one of his songs, and I like the humanity into unity. That's nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. You guys have a fantastic day. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you know when my next video drops. And yes, take care of each other because no one else is going to. Ciao.